Today we're going to talk about something called arc length. One of the key features of arc length, there's really two components, but one of the key features is circumference. So keep in mind circumference is either 2 times pi times your radius or 2 times pi times, or pi times diameter. The other key component that we're going to need is determining what fraction of a circle the arc represents. Okay, so in the first example there, we have, I want to know what's the fraction of the circle of arc AB. So keep in mind, if my central angle is 90, that means my arc measure is 90. So 90 divided by 360, that is equivalent to 1/4. On the next one, arc AB is 120 degrees. So that's 120 out of 360, or 1/3. So what we're going to be finding is arc length. And arc length is a linear measurement. Okay, it's kind of like measuring like the line segment, except it's a part of a circumference. So we're only taking like a tape measure and wrapping it around only part of the circle. So only for like a specific arc. So we have to know the difference between arc measure and arc length. Okay, so the measure of the arc is always expressed in degrees, or we didn't do radians, so just degrees for us. So for instance, if we have a circle, and we know that central angle is 50, then the measure of the arc is also 50. The length of the arc is referring to how long is the outside edge of the circle. Okay, so it's measured in feet, meters, miles, inches, centimeters, that sort of thing. So again, it's part of the circumference, and circumference is measured like with a ruler essentially, right? So like in centimeters, inches, and so on. So here's the way arc length works. You're going to take a fraction of the circle times circumference. And we just talked about how to find the fraction, and we multiply it by circumference. Okay, so if I want to find the length of a 40-degree arc of a circle with an 18-centimeter radius. Okay, so I need fraction times circumference. My fraction is going to be 40 out of 360 times my circumference, which is 2 times pi times 18. Okay, now I don't care if you put this into your calculator or if you do the math by hand, but that is 1/9 times 36 pi. So 1/9 times 36, or 36 divided by 9, is 4 pi, in our case, centimeters. And this is a perfectly acceptable answer. I would just leave your answers in terms of pi. You can multiply out if you want, but there's really no point. Okay, the next one, it says if the radius of the circle is 24 centimeters, so my radius is 24, and angle BTA is 60 degrees, what's the length of arc AB? Okay, so first I have to find the arc measure. I know that T is an inscribed angle, right? If T is an inscribed angle, then this arc has to be twice that, or 120 degrees. Okay, so let's look at our fraction is 120 over 360 times my circumference, which is 2 times pi times 24. So 120 over 360, that's the same thing as 1/3 times 48 pi. 48 divided by 3 gives me 16 pi. Again, we're in centimeters. Again, if you want to, just type it right into your calculator. I would still leave it in terms of pi if I were you. Okay, the next one says, find the length of an arc with a radius of 4 centimeters that's intercepted by an angle of 40 degrees. Okay, so I know this picture is horrible, but if the angle is 40 degrees, that means the arc measure is also 40 degrees. So we have 40 out of 360 times 2 pi times my radius, which is 4. All right, so we end up with 1/9 times 8 pi. That gives us 8 pi over 9. And again, that's a perfectly acceptable answer. Okay, on the last one, we're actually going to be working backwards in order to find the length of the radius. So it says the length of arc ROT. So keep in mind, ROT, that has 3 points. That means we're going the long way around here, right? So that was a horrible outline there, but arc ROT. So I know if arc RT is 120, this highlighted arc is going to be 240 degrees. So I'm looking at 240 of the 360 times my circumference, which is 2 pi, and I don't know my radius. Remember, that's what we're solving for. The arc length is 116 pi. That is equal to 116 pi. So now I can simplify and solve. So first of all, I notice I have pi on both sides, so I would divide both sides by pi. And then I have 2/3 times 2r equals 116, or 4r over 3 equals 116. So now you can multiply both sides by 3/4, or you can divide by 4/3, whatever you'd like to do. So when you do that, you should get 87. The length of my radius is 87. Okay, so for homework, you have a worksheet today. On the back, there's a little bit of a review as well.